Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jimmy. Thank you so much for joining me today. You can't see right now, but there's a table in front of me full of these samples from Parfums Vintage. And we're going to go through them all in a very superficial way. Why do I feel like I'm qualified to go over a bunch of fragrances that I may or may not like? Even though I have sprayed them, I can already tell you these aren't really for me. This is not my profile that I go for. Now, if you're into masculine, I guess not the typical flowery scents or sweet scents, you might want to check these out. However, my profile, I feel like, is something that most people who are not in the perfume world like. For example, ozonic, fresh, shower jelly, mass appealing, right? That's kind of where I'm at. But I'm more adventurous than that. I'm just saying that these are on the territory of scents that are darker, more resinous, and more experimental, more oud, and that's not really my thing. Let's get into it right now, and a lot of these names are very difficult to pronounce, and I think that's kind of what he's going for, the perfumer anyway. Argute. I think the presentation on these are really nice, by the way. I've already sprayed them, but as a reminder, yeah, so I get dried fruits from here, and that reminds me of this list here. We have Turkish rose, different kinds of rose in here. Wow, three different kinds of rose listed. Fruity notes, spicy notes, yes. Vanilla, yes, there is a rounded sweetness to it, but not too much. The one thing I get mainly is the dried fruits and coffee, which this is very similar to Underground from Dua fragrances, which I also liked. But that one is more mass appealing. This one's darker than that, I think. Yeah. Ooh, this really gets you in the back of the throat. Okay. So we have amber, leather. Yes, that manliness I'm talking about, that masculinity is in the leather, the incense, the amber. And there are a lot of sweet notes in here as well. Sugar, vanilla, benzoin. I don't get sweetness. I just get well-roundedness, but it's dark and fruity at the same time. Okay, let's go to the next one. Bizarre. And this one I remember was very strong as well. This is from Tom Ford Ombre Leather, a very classic amongst people who like this scent. I believe men and women definitely like this scent. Wow, I remember smelling this one, I think, at Sephora. This smells stronger than the one at Sephora, the real stuff. I mean, Tom Ford, everyone respects Tom Ford, even I do, but I don't have any one of his real stuff. I mean, it smells dark, it smells smoky. Let's see what they got in here. Leather, yeah. So I think leather is the note that I'm not into. Let's see how many of these samples have leather, because they're not for me. But leather, amber, patchouli, yeah, dirty. It's edgy. It's uh, manly, but for women as well, as you guys all know. Let's go to the next one. This next one is Chrysalis. Wow, this is very expensive. For 50 ml, $105. This one is Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Now, this is not a leathery fragrance, I don't believe. Yeah. I remember this one. I like this one. It's very soapy. Some people don't like neroli. I don't have a problem with it, although the more I get into this fragrance thing, neroli is not my thing. I think I don't like the idea of smelling like orange blossom neroli. Let's see what's in here. We got blood orange, neroli, bergamot, lavender. Oh, there is leather in here. How about that? Okay, 30 fragrances in a row all have leather. I don't get leather in here. I don't get like suede, leather, animalic type of that kind of scent. It smells very clean, soapy, most of all floral. And this is a very expensive floral fragrance, and I like it. What else smells like this? Flying by Mason Margiela. I think that one was a very neroli scent. That was neroli, like an effervescent neroli. This one smells classic and clean. Great for women or men, but maybe I would like to smell this more on a woman, in my opinion. Okay, a very highly well-made fragrance, all of them so far. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so this next one is Colporteur. Okay, I'm gonna smell this again, just a reminder. I mean, so when I smell something masculine, my brain automatically goes, "Oh, you go in that pile." So if I smell something super floral, it goes in that pile, the floral pile. This one, I mean, it smells similar to our, not doesn't smell similar to Argue, but it has that sort of scent. Let's see what we got in here: jasmine, neroli, rose. Rose is a very interesting ingredient. It's got a lot of masculine properties: cinnamon, peach, oud. There you go. Sandalwood, leather. You're everywhere, aren't you, Leather? You need to calm down. You're getting to everything, aren't you, Leather? Amber and musk. Well, yeah, amber and musk. I feel like those are very, expected things. Even though there is oud in here, it's not like slapping the face oud. It's powerful, but it's subdued. It's not totally in your face. It's kind of got this creaminess to it. It's just not as strong as the other ones that I'm not saying it won't last as long. I'm saying it's not like in your face. So if you want something like that, maybe check out Colporteur. It is inspired by Guerlain Santal Royal. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this next one is Coriacious. Coriacious. Eau de Parfum concentration. Let's give this a re-smell. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on the limb here and say there's leather and oud. I don't know. Let's see. Raspberry, yeah. There's a little bit of fruitiness back there. This smells like a typical manly man. Like BO, like um yeah, I just feel like you gotta be that guy to wear something like this. Tom Ford Tuscan leather. Okay, that's what this is inspired by. Raspberry, saffron, thyme, very savory, vegetal. We got some libanum, jasmine, leather, suede, woody notes, and amber. Amber, leather kind of go hand in hand, don't they? Very strong. Uh, it's similar to the other ones with the leather, so I am able to distinguish between which one is which. However, if I were to group them all together, there's a reason why none of these are really for me. I like the smell. I recognize the quality. However, would I like to smell it on myself in close quarters? It's not for me. So let's keep it moving. This next one is called Gargantuan, inspired by Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomade. It has a little bit of a lighter feel to it. I don't have the dry downs with me, but let's see what they got. Oud, amber, leather, balsamic. Okay, fruity. I mean, so a lot of these scent profiles here, a lot of ingredients are there to balance each other out. We can't have all the way one way or the other. It smells masculine, but however, I can see women wearing this. Do I usually smell women wearing anything like this? I don't. But I have smelled, as men passed by, something similar to stuff like these leathery, oudy scents that are very mature. I don't smell high schoolers or people in college even wearing something like this. This is not really mass appealing in that sense. Now, if you're into mature scents, that's got its own mass appealing, um, I guess, scaffold there where they have a certain range. So in the mature end of things, these fit in with, you gotta get your nose on these quick and try them out. This next one is called Odios. Odios. This is a Tom Ford Men Extreme. I believe this is also a very common, well-known Tom Ford fragrance. I think maybe, is this also in Sephora? This one is not as smoky and dark, but is still masculine. It's not the typical Happy by Clinique. It's not orangey. It's not fruity or marine. But it's not as punchy in the face. I'm very curious to see what notes we have in here. woody, earthy, patchouli, fruity notes, warm, spicy, sweet. Doesn't really specify what's in here. But yes, it's not, it kind of has a freshness to it because it's not so dark. I mean, Parfums de Marly is like super fresh, the ones I've smelled, and this one doesn't have that. But this is not as oody and dark and ambery and leather jackety. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was some suede in here. Okay, last one. This is Portolan. Oh, so this one, Portolan, is also a Tom Ford fragrance. A lot of these are Tom Ford fragrances. You guys ever see those people with massive collections and they're all like Tom Ford? I don't have any Tom Fords. I have a few clones of them, but you can imagine what I'm into. They're not these. This one has like a creamy feel to it, and it's not as dark, just like the last one, Odios. Let's see what this one is. Tobacco, interesting, tobacco. Oud, sweet, smoky, musky, aromatic, vanilla. There's vanilla in here. I like vanilla. Yeah, the vanilla is different. None of these have ever had vanilla. A lot of these samples that I've tried today have like fruits, raspberry, dried fruit, and that to kind of like perk things up. This one is more smooth and subdued, and I can see definitely women wearing this and men. It's totally unisex, this one. Yeah. I think this is actually cleaner and creamier than Bulgari Tiger, the one, what's that one called? Uh, Plethora by Parfums Vintage. If you think Parfums Vintage Plethora is too smoky for you, and you want some more vanilla, maybe check out this one, Portolan. I think this might be a good one for you. So if I were to say the two best ones for me, I would say the two last ones I just tried, Portolan and Odios, are the lighter, the safer versions of all these very masculine leather, oud, musky scents. Now the other ones were very interesting, especially Argut had the dried fruits in there and rose, like 3 different kinds of rose. So that was something that really stood out to me. I can appreciate that, but as far as wearability goes, and super safe, I would say Portolan and Odios for me. Now the other ones are very dark and kind of catch that pepperiness and that spiciness back in your throat. Not really for me. Again, as I mentioned in other videos, when I try something, I want to enjoy smelling it. I'm not all about smelling for other people. I want to enjoy my own scent. So if I wore these two, Odios and Portolan, I can see myself enjoying my experience a whole lot more than these other ones. I don't drive a Harley. I don't wear a leather jacket as of yet, although I do want one. I would imagine these leather scents blend in more with my personality. Sometimes when you wear a fragrance or an article of clothing, it brings out a part of you. So me wearing this t-shirt, maybe I just can't see myself enjoying these other manly, masculine fragrances. When I say that, I'm not saying women can't wear them, but stereotypically, I want to classify things so we can understand things on the same page, right? I think some women don't mind saying, oh, I like the more manly fragrances, the more masculine. Yeah, I think that's okay. I like the fruity floral kinds, and what's wrong with that? Nothing. So I hope you have a very wonderful day. I hope this run through very superficial, my own way of doing these will be helpful to you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.